Imagine fighting in a war for 10 years, finally winning, only to spend another 10 years trying to get home. That is the story of Odysseus. And before we begin, one quick disclaimer. Like Achilles and Agamemnon, Odysseus comes from Greek mythology. While many historians think there may have been a real conflict at Troy during the late Bronze Age, there's no evidence that Odysseus himself actually existed. So today, we're telling one of the greatest legends ever written. Odysseus was the king of Ithaca. Unlike heroes like Achilles, he wasn't famous for being the strongest, he was famous for being the smartest. If ancient Greece had a chess champion, it would have been Odysseus. When Helen of Sparta was taken to Troy, Odysseus joined the Greek army and fought in the Trojan War for 10 years. And when the Greeks couldn't break through Troy's walls, he came up with one of history's most famous ideas, the Trojan Horse, a giant wooden horse hiding Greek soldiers inside. The Trojans rolled it into their city. That night, the soldiers climbed out, opened the gates, and Troy fell. Honestly, if someone leaves a suspiciously large wooden horse outside your city, maybe don't bring it inside. With the war finally over, Odysseus set sail for home. Simple. Except the gods had other plans. His journey became a 10-year nightmare. First, he landed on the island of the Cyclops. A giant one-eyed monster named Polyphemus trapped Odysseus and his men inside a cave. Instead of fighting him head-on, Odysseus got the Cyclops drunk, told him his name was Nobody, and then blinded him with a wooden stake. When the Cyclops screamed for help, the other Cyclopes asked who had attacked him. He shouted, "Nobody!" So they left. Honestly, that's one of the greatest troll moves in mythology. But Odysseus couldn't resist bragging. As his ship sailed away, he yelled his real name back at the Cyclops. Big mistake, because Polyphemus happened to be the son of Poseidon. Now the god of the sea had a personal grudge, and let's just say, making the ocean angry isn't great when your entire plan involves sailing. From there, things somehow got even stranger. His crew encountered the enchantress Circe, who turned men into pigs. They sailed past the deadly Sirens, whose songs lured sailors to their deaths. Odysseus ordered his crew to plug their ears with wax while he had himself tied to the mast so he could hear the song without jumping overboard. They also had to sail between Scylla, a six-headed sea monster, and Charybdis, a giant whirlpool. Greek mythology really had no chill. After 20 years away from home, Odysseus finally returned to Ithaca. But there was one problem. Everyone thought he was dead. Dozens of men had moved into his palace trying to marry his wife Penelope and take his kingdom. So Odysseus disguised himself as a beggar. Nobody recognized him. Then, during an archery contest, he revealed who he really was. And with the help of his son Telemachus, he defeated the suitors and reclaimed his throne. Talk about making an entrance. So, did any of this actually happen? Probably not in the way the myths describe. The Odyssey is a legendary epic filled with monsters, gods, and impossible adventures. But for nearly 3,000 years, people have kept telling Odysseus' story. Not because he was the strongest hero, but because he proved something different. Sometimes, the smartest person in the room wins.